Come on.
All right, friends, for this video, you're going to need your math notebook, pencil, scissors, the sheet finding angles, and then hard to see, but your transparency circle protractor. So go ahead and get all that together real quick. All right, first thing I want you to do is I want you to take your transparency protractor, there, maybe you can see it better now, and your scissors, and we're going to carefully cut out around just the circle part so you don't have as much hanging off, because then it'll be easier to use. So go ahead and cut around the circle real quick. All right, go ahead and get your sheet and your circle protractor, and what we're going to do, and you want to make sure that your numbers are the right way, we're going to use our circle protractor to find the angles. So think about what we talked about when we did our steps, and you can open up your notebook to your steps for the protractor on 151. The first one says place the origin over the point. So the origin is this middle part, and I'm going to put it over the point. Well, because it's hard to see the point on these, I'm going to go ahead and go fill in the point or vertex, which is where the two rays meet. I'm going to do that for each one. So go ahead and do that real quick. So the vertex is the corner or point where the lines meet, and we just put those in. So we're going to put the origin on here. Now, when I had it this way, I could line my 0 up here and go around this way, or I could flip it over to where my 0 is lined up there, whichever way is easier for you. Okay, so once your origin is lined up, you need to make sure that your baseline is lined up with the line on there. Now my 0 is here. Now my numbers are backwards right now because remember I flipped it over, and that's okay. We're going to go all the way around, and my arrow stops right here. How many degrees does that say? Now remember it's backwards. 150. Now if I flipped it this way, let's see if I would get the same thing. Here is my 0. I'm going to go around. Sorry, I slipped a little. I'm still at 150 degrees. So for number 1, I'm going to write 150 degrees, and make sure you use your degree symbol. Now, another way that I can check, I know that this is more than a right angle. It's an obtuse angle. So 150 is a reasonable choice. It makes sense that this is 150 because it's more than 90 and less than 180. So I want you to try number 2 real quick. All right, so for number 2, if I line up my origin, if I do it this way, I can extend it out and it comes in between 10 and 20. If I flip it over and do the exact same thing, but just with my bottom line as my baseline, and I extend it out, I'm still right in between 10 and 20. I'm exactly in between. So that would be 15 degrees. And that makes sense because that's a cute little angle. This one right here, it's not too big. All right, go ahead and try number 3 and 4 this time. Do both of them, and 4 should be super duper easy. Go ahead and try both of those. All right, so you should have answers for 3 and 4. We're going to check them real quick. For number 3, if I line it up, I'm at 50 degrees. And if you did it this way, hopefully you're not lining it up like this. If you are, that's fine, but then you have to count backwards. This is like 360, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 degrees. Hopefully you didn't get 310 because you're going to have to flip it over because your numbers should be getting bigger, not smaller. So, sorry, camera failure. So 50 degrees for number 3. And then what did you all get for number 4? I have a circle. It's divided into 2 equal parts. So whether I put my 0 on this side or my 0 on this side, you should have got 180 degrees. Sorry, my 8 looked kind of little. All right, go ahead and let's do 5 and 6 real quick. So pause and do those 2. This is great practice. All right, so you should be done with number 5 and 6 and have your answers right here. So we're just checking now. So if you haven't done it, you need to go back and do it right now. Quit cheating. All right, if I line my baseline up here, I flipped mine over, so my numbers are getting bigger going this way. Here I'm at 150 degrees. And if I do it this way, line up my origin, line up my baseline, 150 degrees. So number 1 and number 5 are congruent. Remember, same size. Now, hopefully you didn't all just look at number 6 and say, oh, that's 90 degrees. Hopefully you did not do that. Hopefully you measured. So I'm going to put my origin on the vertex. And I'm going to line up my baseline. Sorry, mine was flipped the wrong way. And oh my goodness, it is not 90. It's actually right in between 90 and 100. What is right in between 90 and 100? Exactly in between, because it extends out to this line. That would be 95. So double check all your answers for 1 through 6. It should be 150 degrees, 15 degrees, 50 degrees, 180 degrees, 150 degrees, and 95 degrees. So now we're going to get our notebook and turn to the next 2 clean sheets, which are 152, 153. All right, we're going to title page 152, Finding Angles, and 153, Circle Protractor. We're going to take our sheet, Finding Angles, and we're going to fold it in half horizontally. And then we're going to get a piece of tape, and we're going to tape it down onto page 152, Finding Angles. So just like that. And I'm going to rewrite my title so that when I fill out my table of contents in just a minute, I remember what this is called. Finding Angles. Okay. Then on 153, that's where we're going to tape our protractor in just a minute, but not yet because you're going to use it. So what you need to do first is get a sheet that says, what's my angle? It's either going to be on the small group table or the teacher's going to have it. So go get that. All right, so what I want you to do is you're going to use your circle protractor and you're going to need a regular protractor, which are on the desk by my Elmo. So get that real quick. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. What you're going to do is you're going to use the circle protractor and the regular protractor, and you are going to find the degrees of each angle. So you're first going to need to go through and put the vertex for each one, because that's the dot where you're going to line up your origin. Then you're going to go through, you can use the circle protractor and the regular protractor. Now make sure when you're doing the regular, you're paying attention to the inside numbers or outside numbers, wherever it lines up with 0. And you're going to tell me how many degrees each one is. But then you're going to tell me what kind of angle is it. Is it straight, acute, obtuse, right? You're going to tell me. When you're done with that, this goes in the math tray. And then you're done. And then you can tape your circle protractor in on 153 and fill out your table of contents. All right. Thanks, guys.